I've liked listening to you on J.J. McCarthy. I'd like to know, I mean, he is now back-to-back 3-touchdown games. Have you seen anything that's impressed you over the past couple weeks?
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Kate. It's the first time in 40 years, maybe even 50 years, since the Vikings been playing inside, that they ever left the game satisfied after their quarterback threw for 150 yards. That's where we are the last 2 weeks. We have lowered our standards so much to accommodate him. But it's about winning. It's about growing. And we knew that we had a young quarterback, and we knew that he didn't get a redshirt year last year. That year really hurt him. And this is what we're stuck with. When Carson Wentz gets hurt, and now we don't have any type of, we can't go anywhere, can't go to the backup. We tried that, saw what happened out in Seattle. So we're stuck with him. Hope he can stay healthy, because these reps that he's getting, especially against the competition like Dallas Sunday night, they're invaluable for his overall growth. I still believe he can be the franchise quarterback, but let me tell you something. Right now, today, we don't know.
Justin Jefferson is like the best receiver. It is hard to see I'm going to show you his numbers. I asked them to make a full screen for you. These past couple of weeks, it is, I think we have it, right? Yeah, here it is, okay? We've got 4 yards, 11 yards, 22 yards, obviously a touchdown yesterday. It was called back. He's not, the numbers and the rhythm and the chemistry with JJ, it is not there. Why is it not there? And why are these numbers with McCarthy so bad?
Well, for one, this is the first time during JJ's career, that means Justin Jefferson, that they can't attack the full field. Ever since his rookie year in KOC's offense, they've been able to throw the ball and especially take deep shots down the field, especially off the play action. And you can see that he's starting to press. He's not numbers that he's used to. And, Randy Moss had some of the same issues. He was so successful early in his career that when things became difficult, and they only got difficult when the inconsistency at quarterback. So he's pressing. Justin Jefferson's a lot better than me. And I think KOC is doing a great job by meeting with him on a weekly basis, informing him where they are as far as a team. He has tremendous input. And, to me, I just would have said something, and I sure JJ, he's doing a great job of trying to be the team leader and everything that we need him to be. And I'm glad that he's not doing things like that outwardly. He's not doing what A.J. Brown, is doing there in Philadelphia, because that would really hurt the growth of the quarterback, and it would affect him in a drastic way.
Knowing that you were coming on, I really made a point to listen to JJ after the game last night, and he really, to everything you're saying, such a leader. Such a, I'm going to say the right thing. I'm not going to get frustrated. What you're saying behind the scenes, he's got tremendous input. What needs to change? What do you think he should be saying behind the scenes? How do you fix this? No,
I don't think he should change, because he realized they have a young quarterback. Him and KOC are on the same page. As we got to make this work. The Vikings, I think they spent over $140 million in cash outlay this year, second highest in the NFL. So what they're trying to do is win under the NFL model, rookie quarterback contract, pay all these other guys. We got reinforcement offensive line, got reinforcement on the defensive line. Right? Let's re-up some guys that have done well here. So JJ's doing the right thing. He's saying all the right stuff as the franchise player. And, I've talked to him off the record. So trust me, he knows what's going on. But as a leader, he realized it's most important that he says and stays on the right page with KOC at this point in his career.
Over in the AFC, the big story, Patrick Mahomes. Not only the Chiefs are eliminated, it ends in the worst way possible, less than 2 minutes on the clock. And the greatest player, the star, the NFL star, Patrick Mahomes, tears his ACL. When you saw this, what were your thoughts?
I started thinking about Tom Brady. I think that would be the guy that, once I got the MRI and everything, that would be the guy that I would call. The irony to where they are as far as their career, year 9, year 10, the year Tom got hurt on his left leg, his drive leg, his plant leg, so his left leg got hurt just like Tom. We saw the way Tom went on to win 4 more Super Bowls afterwards. So to me, what does the new Patrick Mahomes look like? I think he tweeted or something. He's coming back stronger and better than ever before. That's the right type of attitude, and that's what you expect from someone that has the elite type of talent that he has. That franchise, him and Andy Reid, they will reinvent themselves. They will look very, very different in 2026, but I expect them to be one of the top contenders for the AFC crown next year.
What would have to change to get them back there, right? Because it's an injury that could go into the season. Like, you know, there's always this, as long as we've got Patrick, this could go in. We don't know yet. We don't have that MRI. We don't have any of that. What would be the biggest change, that, like, whether it's a high-level coaching change, add to the run game change, revamp the, what is the change that you need to see, or that you believe in, I guess, or the no change that you're saying they're a contender now next year?
Well, we got to fortify the offensive line. They've been tinkering with it the last couple of years. They got to be able to spend real money on that offensive line. Travis Kelce, as you can see, he's just a shell of himself, like all of us late in our career. Yeah, you were great, but he's not great today. And this will definitely probably be his last season. I would either get a blocking tight end or a tight end that can run. Because if I get a blocking tight end, I can enhance the running game. Do I get a featured tailback that's a star? They'll take pressure off Patrick Mahomes. As you see in the Brady eras, they were, his first 10 years, they were a certain way. The next 10 years, they were a different way. So Kansas City's got to reinvent themselves. I expect Andy Reid to be able to do that. And I expect them to be different than the way they are now. I would try to get an elite running back. I would try to get a blocking tight end. If I can't get a blocking tight end, I would get a tight end that can run well to be able to affect the middle of the field. And I'm still a little concerned about their wide receivers. Do they really have a star at wide receiver, or do they have complementary guys that will always be number 2 and number 3? So that's going to have to play itself out too.
Do they need a star at wide receiver?
Don't necessarily need a star, but you need a go-to guy. With Travis Kelce, he was always the go-to guy. So if I don't have a go-to guy at tight end, I need a go-to guy at wide receiver. And their route running has been so inconsistent. And them and Patrick Mahomes aren't always on the same page. So they have typically speed guys, and it's hard to be a number 1 guy when you're a speed guy because their route running and their overall technique is inconsistent with someone like Patrick Mahomes. Yeah,
Rice was getting laid out yesterday. That Chargers team was not afraid of anything that the Chiefs had going. I like that you're confident in them. I think after, I think everybody's out on them, and everyone thinks the dynasty could be over. And yesterday was the first day. I mean, that could be a reality, that it's over. You mentioned Travis Kelce. He's no longer. Do you think Travis is done? I'm in his head. I'm like,
no.
Oh, you think he'll come back?
Absolutely. I mean, he did everything he could to get in the best shape possible. But you can see him. His game has moved to a different dimension.
Yes.
When he catches the ball, he's trying to protect the football and get back. He can't make anybody miss anymore. He can't get 25 to 30 yards down the field to get to the reception area there. Most of his receptions are very, very short, choice routes, where he has the option to be able to go in or out. Him and Patrick have a great feel for that. Red zone, he's not the threat that he used to be. And, I trained him when he came into the league. He trained here in Boca Raton with us getting ready for the draft. He came back to Boca last year, and you could see the amount of work that it took for him to get in the type of shape, to have the type of season that it's inevitable. Father Time is undefeated. It happened to Gronk, it happened to Brady, and it's happened to Travis Kelce right before our eyes.
But you think he's coming back?
Kelce?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no, he's done.
Oh, you think he's...
No,
okay.
he's done.
That's what... Okay, I must have misheard
I see him performing on stages more so than I do on NFL fields. He has no ability to be able to separate. All his savviness and everything, when you don't have an elite receiver outside, you don't have an elite running game, you can't hide that. When he catches the football, his objective is not to fumble. He can't make anybody miss him.
Right.
So to me, this is the way we all look at the end of our career. You go back and look at year number 16, Cris Carter playing with the Dolphins. You're going to throw up. You're going to get sick. You're going to be like, oh, my gosh, who is that guy? It happens.
And then
it's a reality.
When we're comparing them to the Patriots, and it makes sense. The AFC East didn't scare me like this AFC West does now. Like the Chargers have shown, they swept the Chiefs. That's like their statement for the year. And they're only going to get better. They'll have their 3rd year with Coach Harbaugh. Then you have these Broncos who are at the 1 seed right now. It feels a little different. It feels like tougher sledding, having to make up for the reason that these Super Bowls happen, the magic of a Travis Kelce being the to replace that, to meld a new offensive line. It's a big, and now you have this injury to the one thing that you can hang your hat on, the quarterback spot. It seems like tough sledding. We had two great quarterbacks eliminated yesterday, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Who do you have more confidence bounces back as a contender next year, Bengals or Chiefs?
Organizational talent, Kansas City. The ownership is aligned with the head coach. They got real money. They care about winning. They're just getting out of the Super Bowl. Like, their recent history is so strong. Like, the Hunt family, like, they're about winning. They always have been about winning, and they will spend money. What are the Bengals going to do? We don't know. Trey Henderson, let him walk out the door? We don't know. Joe Burrow's force a trade? Like, we don't know. We don't know what the Bengals are going to do, but it's not going to be a model that, guess what? In the future, guess what franchises are going to do? They're going to duplicate the Bengals model. The Bengals have shown us for years. I grew up right outside of Cincinnati, and we cannot expect them from an organizational talent standpoint to do something that they've never done before. Joe Burrow forced their hand by making them pay Tee Higgins.
Yes.
And now they got $50 million in their quarterback, $40 million in the top receiver, another $30 million in the top receiver. Is that the business model? So for me, when Joe comes back, what's Joe going to say this time? Like, he forced us to spend this money last year on the offense, and we can't win a Super Bowl with that type of money on the offensive side of the ball. So to me, Joe Burrow is stuck. And, this is a version of Carson Palmer all over again. Football is tough, and these guys that have a lot of pride, they don't read their bank account when they get up. They read, how many wins and losses do I have? And this is a miserable game if you're not winning. I don't care how much money you're making. It's too hard to do. And that's what you could hear in Joe Burrow's voice last week. That's what I heard.
After the game yesterday, he was, of course, he took a lot of accountability. He said that no team, I could be on any team, and they would not have won with the way that I performed yesterday. So that was, I guess, good to see. He's clearly going through something. I don't want to speculate on what that is or is not. But he did say after the game, sort of counter to what you're saying a little bit. Let's take a listen to him on the Bengals.
Do you still have confidence in the people in the front office and the coaching staff that they can get this roster in a place and this team in a place where that wouldn't happen next year?
A lot of confidence.
Why?
Because I know how hard people work at it. We got the right people.
What do they need to change? What needs to change here?
Well, he said the right thing. And their whole philosophy, how they approach free agency, it's got to change. Having that much money on your offense, like, that's not, you're not going to win a Super Bowl that way. You got 50, 40, 30. And quarterback 50.
Yes.
The top receiver 40. Other top receiver 30. There's not enough ancillary players to be able to go around. Like, how you going to how you going to get after the quarterback? How you going to get after Lamar, Pittsburgh's quarterback? How you going to get after those guys? Like, you have to spend substantial resources on the defensive side of the ball. That's what we've seen. New England did it. Denver's doing it. And the teams that are ascending in the AFC, that's what they have, a legitimate defense. So what are they going to do to counteract that? Like, I don't have any confidence in the front office of Cincinnati. Now, Joe said the right thing, quick response.
Of course.
But he really didn't have any evidence to support it. He just I just believe it. Oh, I see people working hard. Well, you know the reputation of Cincinnati and their scouting department, they spend less money than anybody else. Have you read the reports from the Players Association around the league of how they take care of the players? Not as good as everyone else. Like, so for me, I just go on the visual evidence that they presented to me for the last 50 years.
Do they need to, they got to hit on some of these picks too. They've tried to on defense, like what you're saying, the scout, it just hasn't been great. Do you think they should trade T?
Well, how are you going to win without that? Like, you can recoup serious assets if you trade Tee Higgins. I do believe he can be a number one receiver in another offense, but you're not going to be able to win a Super Bowl paying that type of money on the outside, quarterback and 2 wide receivers. You're not going to be able to win it. There's no business model that would ever sign off on that. Let me stamp that, okay? Pay him 50, pay him 40, pay him. Now, all of those guys deserve their money. But having that as a championship formula, no, I can't sign off on that.